You probably heard 1,000 times that programming is easy. You probably heard it from a friend or from your family. You also probably heard it from YouTube, from a YouTube video that said, "Come on, programming is so easy, new really easy programming languages are out, and to learn programming, it's really easy to do that." So that's what we are going to discuss in today's video. Is programming really that easy or not? Hello everybody and welcome back to the Tech Teen. Okay, so if you did not understand from the introduction of this video, today we are going to see if programming is really that easy, because I heard that more and more people saying that what are you talking about, programming is really easy, and or some others saying that the years passed and programming is getting easier and easier. So that's what we are going to see today, if programming is really that easy. So first of all, we have to admit that if programming is easy depends in two main factors. First of all, which programming language you want to learn, and second of all, what topics you want to get into. For example, you want to get into machine learning, and you understand what I'm saying. So people say that as the years passed, programming is getting easier and easier, and yes, I totally agree with that, because new languages, new easier languages are coming out. For example, Python and Golang are two really new languages that are really easy to learn. Before we move on, I think that we have to understand the difference between the sentence is getting easier and the word is easy. Because yeah, I totally agree that programming is getting easier over the years, but programming is not easy. You have to learn a lot of things and practice a lot. Of course, it depends on the language that you want to learn, but even in Python, JavaScript, Golang, you have to learn so many different things that even the basics could feel like they are something really advanced for the main person. And let's be real, for some people programming could seem really easy if you have the right instructor, but that doesn't mean anything, because the most people are going to learn from the internet, from YouTube videos. Not everyone have the money to pay an instructor to come in their house or them to go outside to learn programming. With that being said, you need to know, of course, that programming needs practice. Everything needs practice. So I think that to make programming seem easier to you, you need to practice a lot every day and learn new things. Because if you learn those new things, then everything that you learned before that is going to seem even easier. Because if you start learning an easy thing and then you move on to something that is really harder, then the easier thing that seemed to you like something really hard would seem like something that is really easy. So now I want you to think a bit different. How can we declare if programming is easy? Can a beginner declare that? The answer is no, because if you know how to print something in the screen, create a variable, a function, and all that beginner stuff, probably create a loop or something like that, you can't say that programming is really easy to learn, because you don't have a really big knowledge of programming. So to say that you need to have a good knowledge of programming. If you know the basics, that doesn't mean anything. You probably are a bit smarter than other people, so you found the basics really easy. But if you move on, object-oriented programming, algorithms, data structures, and a lot of other things, then the road, I think, is not going to be that easy for you. So to say if something is easy or not, you need to be just a bit good at it. So you need to have the knowledge, and then say whatever you want. You're going to be 99% of the times correct. So now I want to cover two more things. First of all, is it easy to get a job? And second of all, is it worth it to get a job? So let's start by, is it easy to get a job? And I have to say that it depends. So if you don't know, to get a job as a programmer, you need to pass a coding interview. If you pass it, then congratulations, you got the job. If you don't, the things are not great for you. You don't get the job. But now, are the coding interview questions easy? It depends on the company. So, if you are a person that knows a bit about programming and you go at Google, for example, or at Facebook, in a big tech company, then you're probably not going to pass the coding interview, because in those kind of companies the interview questions are really harder. But if you go to a company that no one really knows, it's really easier for you to pass the interview, because the person that owns the company needs more stuff, first of all, and he doesn't really care if you're the best, because the guy that owns the company is not going to find the best programmers. The best programmers think where they are going to go, in a big tech company. And now, is it worth it to get a job? And I'm going to say again that it depends. The money as a programmer are mostly really good. If you have a job at Google, Facebook and something like that, you're mostly going to get 100k plus every year. If you don't have a job at Google, Facebook or a big tech company, then the price is going to be a little bit lower, like 85k, which is the average for programmers. But if you work in a company that no one really knows, you're not going to get that much, because the person that owns the company can't give you that much amount of money, because the guy that owns the company don't have that much amount of money. So you're going to get 50k, 20k, even 10 and 15k every year, which for a programmer, for a full-time programmer anyway, the money are not that good. So you need to think about it before you go to get a job. Do you really need the money, and you have to go to a company that no one really knows just to get those little bit amount of money? Or you are going to wait a little bit more, expand your knowledge, and go and get a job at a big tech company to get the big cash. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you today, everyone. If you liked the video, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on, so you're never going to miss any other of my videos. Again, don't forget to share this video with your friends, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.